Paul and Gary Donovan, thanks a million for joining us. Last time you were in with the 42 was May 2016. You just won European gold. A lot has changed since then.
A good bit, yeah. Well, we're still rowing like that.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since. How long? A good few years.
Yeah, 2 years.
It has been up and down, like.
Yeah. Do you kind of look back on that journey at all? Like, I know you've obviously achieved a lot in that time, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind time. But do you look back over the last kind of 2 years?
Not hugely,
not so much, no.
You kind of do at the time, and you just kind of assess what went right and wrong, say in terms of rowing and that, and just that you don't forget about it completely, and you try and bring those lessons forward. But then we're just kind of always looking towards what's the next challenge, and so focused on that. You know,
for now, like we were at the World Champs there last week, but now it was like, right, that's all done. Last year is over. We've got to try and qualify for the Olympics next, and that starts at the World Championships next year. We have to finish in the top 7 there to qualify for the games, so that's like the priority now.
Yeah, we were saying there, Sunita obviously medalled at that European Champs as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, as we know, she was gold, winning medal at the World as well. So it's kind of like a nice lineage there between the two of you. Rowing in Ireland's obviously in a really good place at the moment, and you're leading that.
Yeah, in fairness, and there's just heaps of crews that are developing as well around us. And like we had the women's pair were in the final. They finished 6th. We had a lightweight men's quad that were in the final, and they finished 5th place. And even at last year's World Champs, we had the lightweight men's pair with Mark and Shane. They became world champions, and we had Denise in the final of the lightweight single there. And the team is just growing. We had
the biggest team ever at the World Championships this year. So we had, I think, 17 athletes. 9 of them were from Skibbereen as well. So that was a nice touch over half the team. Yeah. So we're doing something right anyway still. So just keep it going and try and get more people up into the medals and more people onto the team is kind of the aim now.
Yeah, I know you've spoken about it before, but have you kind of had to just embrace that fame really that's come since Rio, and you can use it to your advantage to push rowing and promote rowing? Because I know you're big on that. Yeah,
like it definitely has a place, and we're lucky enough to be in a position to promote rowing, like, and to encourage kids to go out and give it a go, and then to even encourage existing rowers to make a bigger effort at it and try and encourage them to try and go faster. And but again, it's about balancing it. You know, we don't want to. If we spent all our time tied up doing these promotional things, we wouldn't have a lot of time for training, and like the priority is to do the training, and if we can fit in the promotional stuff around that, then we'll do that. But the training takes number one, and then this stuff comes after. But when we can do it, we'll try and do our best for it. Yeah.
You mentioned training there. You were in New Zealand and Australia, and you know some people might think it's kind of a bit of a jolly up, but it's hard graft, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Like I mean, it was
really intense.
It was a huge opportunity for us to spend a long duration of time away and experience a new part of the world, and also to take advantage of the good weather that they have down there in our winter. So we just spent a lot of time in the gym here, but we got to go down there and we spent all the time on the water. And I think, you know, that definitely stood to us, and it was a learning experience as well, because we were able to experience the way that the New Zealand system works and the Australian system works and how they train and what their environments are like. And you know, we were able to learn from that, and we can come home with that knowledge. And you know, to tell you the truth, there wasn't a whole lot different about what we do compared to what they do, but it's just you know, more people buy into it on a bigger scale, and I think that's what we're seeing in Ireland. Is more people are starting to buy into what we're doing, and we're starting to see more and more success each year.
Yeah. At that level, it's pretty unrelenting though as well. You mentioned training there, that it's non-stop. Have you had time to take off since the Worlds, or have you kind of worked it?
Yeah, so we take 2 weeks of rest after the World Champs. We'll start getting into it by the 3rd week, and then by the 4th week we should be fairly full on again for the next couple of months.
Yeah, and Paul, you're in college in UCC, so it's, you know, time management is obviously key. You're used to it at this stage, but
that's the thing. It's all about time management. So like Gary was saying as well, just kind of manage this type of stuff so that it fits in with the training and the college. It just makes the whole thing more doable, whereas we're kind of a bit lost there straight after Rio. We kind of didn't know what was going on. There was so much and we weren't really managing it. It was okay, but I think it was...
Well, it was the time and the place to get stuff done, you know. Yeah. I mean, it was 4 years out from the next Olympics, and there was an opportunity there to create awareness for rowing and to do good for it. And I think we tried to capitalise on that when we could, but then we also realised very fast that if we kept doing what we were doing, we wouldn't be able to do the training we needed to do. So we kind of like tried to knock it on the head and back into the training. But like we were both doing exams up to Rio. Like we finished our exams in May the year before Rio, and we've been in school all our lives rowing. So like, you know, if you want to do something badly enough, we always say you'll do it. And
there are supports in place as well. So I'm on the Quercus Scholarship in UCD or UCC. Sorry, I've been in UCD as well before, but they're just really good at helping you manage things, and if you're struggling, you let them know. If you're missing a day in college, you just kind of send an email ahead to give them a heads up, and if you need help catch you up with notes or whatever, they'd be good to help out there as well. So those are little kind of supports as well around that just make that little bit of difference that helps you get over the line then.
You're studying medicine as well, so it's not like you're doing something easier like arts or whatever, so it must be intense.
It's pretty busy, alright, and you're kind of thrown straight into it, so I've kind of got back into the training already just to kind of slow down the decline, because I know that say later in the year when you're kind of doing exams and stuff, you won't have the huge amount of time, so I'm just trying to not drop off the fitness, just kind of keep it at a certain level, and I think that'll kind of help then later in the year.
Yeah. And Gary, full-time rowing training for you at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And how are you kind of finding that? Because as you say, all your life it's been school or college, so there's been a bit of a mix. But
it's good. Like, I mean, it's very different. You know, we got a bit more time, so we can afford to lie in the morning a bit more and spend more time drinking cups of coffee. But yeah, no, I think I'll probably try and get a bit of a job or something, and get a bit of work practice, and build up maybe a network of people, and see what because, like, you know, I think the rowing won't last forever. Time will get the better of us eventually. Hopefully, hopefully it won't, but probably will. And but you never know. Like, I mean, the time will come and I'll have to get a job, and I think, you know, while I'm young and in a position and I have time in my hands, I'm going to just try and seek some work and do something. Yeah.
Are you someone to kind of map out the future like that, or is it kind of just take as it comes? Would you
a bit of both, like, you know, you'd be conscious of what's going on in your life and what you're going to do with yourself, but at the same time, I'm sitting there as an open book at the minute. Yeah.
Any kind of particular areas of interest?
I've graduated in marketing, so yeah, I'm interested in business and that kind of thing, but yeah, nothing secured yet, but I'll be just figuring it out now over the next few weeks and months, I guess.
You mentioned Tokyo there, obviously, and talking about Rio, the Olympic cycle does go quickly. We're already halfway through this particular one, and attention will now start turning to Tokyo. Who are kind of the main rivals at the moment? Because I heard you talk about it the other day, and it is still 2 years out, so boats can come through fairly quickly out of nowhere. But who are kind of your main rivals at the moment?
Well, I guess we got Italy, Belgium, Norway, New Zealand, Poland, Spain. There's a heap of them, like, and like the field is really tight. Like, most of the year when we're racing and we're trying to get through the rounds, like the semi-finals and the quarterfinals, like there's usually no more than a second or two between all the boats. Like the top 12 boats could be off and within a second, and it's tight. And sometimes, you know, sometimes we get a gold medal, sometimes we come fourth, sometimes Norway wins, sometimes they get beaten, and you know, it's just about getting it right on the one that's most important, really. Like this year it was the World Champs, and we said, like, whatever we did all year, the World Champs was going to be the one that we wanted to go our very fastest, and we managed to pull that off and we beat them all. But I suppose, you just don't know. Like, again, we're 2 years out, and 2 years out from the last Olympics, would you predicted that we would come along and get a medal?
Kind of all about getting the preparations right in the lead up to it, and I think Joe at FBD now supporting the whole Olympic team, that it should hopefully try and create a platform where all the supports will be there, and there'll be some good funding, good camps and stuff like that before the qualifiers and Tokyo. And
not just for rowing, but for all the sports as well. Like, you can see the last 12 months, like, Irish sports are just like
there's been a huge buzz all summer, especially with the height of everyone winning medals. And
so it's an exciting time. Like, it's an exciting time for the athletes, and I think, you know, it'll be an exciting time for FBD to be a part of it as well. And I think they can definitely contribute to furthering the success of all these teams.
Yeah. Obviously, with success comes expectations, and since Rio you have been in the public limelight, and everyone kind of associates Irish rowing with yourselves. How do you kind of deal with that? What's your kind of your psychology around, even before the world final there? Is it kind of, do you get to a moment where you have to completely switch on, or is there nerves play a part, or how do you kind of go about it?
I don't think we get hugely nervous, or people are always saying, Joe, the expectations now of the public, but like, we've never done it for the public, so it doesn't even enter the mind frame, to be honest. Like, we're just there for ourselves.
If we go out there and go as fast as we can, and like the last time we came first, but if we went the same speed as we did and 3 crews beat us and we came fourth, like, what are you going to do?
You know,
what are you going to do, and what are all the people who expect us to do well? Like, what are you going to do with?
That's just life.
That's sport, you know.
I mean, of course, we'd love to win it, and you'd be disappointed not to, but you just have to kind of accept that and move on. But I think what helps with us as well is that we know that, say, our lives won't be completely determined by it, that we have things that we can get on with after rowing. So I'll kind of keep going to college and studies and stuff, and Gary's going to take a job in marketing or something, so it's not like our lives are over at the Olympics. I mean, obviously we really love to win it, and
that's why we're doing it.
We're going to try, but that just kind of helps then kind of balance the nerves, you know.
Do you have to now evolve what you're doing now that you're world champions, looking ahead to Tokyo? I know it's still 2 years out, but is it just a case of getting from A to B as quickly as you can, or do you now have to kind of evolve your tactics to kind of fine tune them over the next 2 years? Is it constantly that kind of evolving?
Not huge, you know. I think it still is just going as fast as we can, but we do have to say evolve ourselves and just kind of training programs and plans and how we kind of attack things.
The lifestyle, the diet, absolutely everything. You just try and improve every aspect of everything, so that then when you get to the race, you can get from the start to the finish as fast as you can.
If we say, look, Joe, what we did this year worked well, we won the World Championship, we'll just do this for the next 2 years. But I mean, life is just so much different from day to day and week to week and year to year that you just can't have the same plan, and you're always trying to adapt it a little bit to suit what's going on as well. But
even when we're going back training now, we'll sit down with the coach and we'll just discuss, you know, what we thought went well, what worked on the training camps, what could we have done better. I mean, things did go really well all year, and we did an awful lot right. And it's not that we did anything wrong, like we might have done nothing wrong, but can we do what's right but make it better? And that's the kind of thing now we'll be just trying to make every aspect better in our lives, so that it'll help our performance then come race day.
Yeah, as you say, gold medal is the target essentially, but just judging what you're saying is it's not the end of the world if you don't come back with one, and you've got different things in your life.
There's no secret to us that we're not going out there to win anything else other than gold. Like, that's the plan. That's what we're doing it for. We'd be daft to go anywhere else and try and win second or third or fourth. I don't think anyone in any sport would be trying to do that. So
we're definitely going to throw everything at it. But I just think, you know, dealing with pressure and stuff like that, it just doesn't. We don't think about it so much, you know. Which I think it's useful. Yeah,
immediate plans, obviously straight back into training after a couple of weeks off. Is that kind of the focus now? Get back with the coach and just work on the stuff that, as you say, you did well, maybe you can improve on?
Yeah, like just keep doing what we're doing right and then do it better, like, pretty much.
Brilliant. Continued success. You might pop into us again, the 42, before Tokyo. It seemed like a good omen before Rio. Thanks a million, lads.
Nice one. Cheers.
Appreciate it, thank you.